and welcome to Earth Angel Activities, where I'll be doing a reading for you all today. So if you need to get in touch with me, my information is in the description box. So as always, we'll start with a quick cleansing prayer and then we'll hop right into the messages. So thank you, Most High God. Thank you, Divine Mother and Father. Thank you so much to our angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Thank you so much for the viewer. Thank you that this message is going to be exactly what they need at this point in their journey to help them find clarity and peace in their soul. In your name, we thank you so much for the love, the prosperity, the abundance, the healing. Thank you so much for all the blessings that are raining down right now for us to receive. In your name, we thank you, so it is. Ashe. So when I was first sitting here meditating on the energy that God wanted me to share with this reading, the cards that came out were the Ram and the Sunrise. For some of you, you've been seeing suns, like pictures of suns, images of suns. So this message can be really, really for you if that's a sign you've been seeing. But with this Ram, it says a stubborn and aggressive person. And I was like, I really, I want to be encouraging, but if that's the message, we're going to hear what it is. I'm hearing someone say fighting for trash. And the energy where I know you've been in this position in your life before, or you know someone, or you've noticed this in someone recently, where they'll be upset. They're struggling with something mentally, and you see what they're struggling with, and you are encouraging them. You want to lift them up. You're bringing them to this space, and then as soon as you say any type of advice, and they'll come back with something where it's just like, no, I want to fight for this hardship in my life right now. I don't care what you say. I feel like suffering. It's my time to suffer. And they're like so stubborn about that. Could that be you? Is this you, or is this someone that you are dealing with? Either way, there is a role to play no matter what side of this energy you may be falling on. So if you're falling on the side of this energy where you are fighting for your losses, you're fighting for your suffering, meaning you don't care what anybody else has to say. You are not going to see this sunshine. Well, you know what? I heard that this situation, I heard this one person resolved it like this. Yeah, but my situation is different, so it's not going to work out for me. Like that type of energy. You have to really think about what it is you're calling into your life. I mean, honestly and truly. Because when it comes down to, when we've all heard the manifestation talk, we've all heard it, right? We've all heard you've got to see it, you've got to believe it, you've got to stay high vibrational, But the truth about high and low vibrations is that many people don't really understand them. When we say you can manifest with high vibrational energy, that's like a frequency. That is like a quick moving energy, a fast wave, okay? So if you are mad, sad, happy, or glad, right? If you set your mind to doing something, then more than likely you're going to accomplish your goal. If you really, 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 really set your mind to it. Because what I'm seeing is that you have this beautiful sunshine here. Peace is being offered to you, but there is still this deafening reason, or this habit, I will say, right? this habit of looking back towards the past, towards things that you no longer have any control over, looking back at things that don't bring you joy, don't bring you happiness, when there is a whole world out here that God wants you to pay attention to, especially with this sorceress here. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. Your clear intentions, you can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So, I'm hearing that you have to be clear about what it is that you are truly desiring. If you desire a miracle, why would you think of anything less? If your heart desires a miracle, why would you envision anything less? Your angels want you to decide about the way you want to feel and move into that direction. See the way that you want to feel about something and move into that direction. You know, my dad told me a very interesting story. Well, it tickled me a little. My dad, he was really going in, and it was a past energy that he was discussing with my uncle. And he was saying something about, he was fussing. And my uncle's response to him, y'all, was, "You want to go fishing?" And it's so funny that that story has been playing in my mind today. And then this message comes out, because it's almost like it's the main thing that you can miss sometimes. You know, when you are obsessing about a fear or a possibility, and it's like you won't forgive yourself enough to give yourself rest or peace in your mind and in your soul. And so you're obsessing about something that happened or could happen, when God is saying, just rest, just be at peace. There's no need to worry. Everything is working out beautifully. You know, but it's so difficult to believe that when you've dealt with heartache, you've dealt with, you know, people lying to you or being betrayed, or, you know, you've dealt with things in a lifetime and those things have caused a form of post-traumatic stress, you know. And a lot of people deal with post-traumatic stress. You know, a lot more people deal with it than what they realize. You know, some people don't really realize that their chosen response is, it's been written by the traumas of their life, you know. But there is a way to channel that. You know, someone is being asked to focus more on like your creative abilities, your ability to express yourself through artistic expression. Now, this was a stack. When these stacks fall out, sometimes I don't like to take them, but sometimes, being that it's a general reading, I really like to show at least every card. So I'm going to go through this really quickly. So we've got boundaries, inner goddess, focused intention, take charge of this situation, twin flame, let it go, find the blessing in your current situation, nurture yourself, and you can do it. With the focused intent, your angels are saying focus on what it is that you truly desire for your life, for yourself. What is it that you truly want? Is it your twin flame? And I was starting to say your true flame. So I feel like for someone specific, this energy is really about how you've been stubborn about admitting or how do I want to word this? Okay. For you specifically about this twin flame energy, you have been hurt in your past by your twin flame, your twin, right? And so it hurt so deeply, and it took so much for you to get over it, that you decided that it just wasn't real. It just wasn't worth it. If it is real, what's the point in it? You know, it's raggedy. It's raggedy. Twin flame connections are raggedy. That's what I'm hearing. But with this one here, it makes me think of the 9 of Swords in my animal deck, where it's a black swan, right? And that energy is in the shadow, where we all have to go through that space in life where we deal with pain, where we deal with suffering, where we learn to understand the bits of ourselves that really make us tick. And sometimes when we're in that space, especially dealing with cycles of dark night of the soul or spiritual awakenings, right? I am seeing that for one of you specifically, this twin flame, that twin flame energy was really not your true flame experience. I can't tell you whether or not that person was your true flame or not, but I can tell you that that time was not your true twin flame experience. It was a very pivotal moment for you spiritually and mentally, emotionally, right? Self-developmentally, but it was not your true twin flame experience. And now it's time for you to usher in this real love, this spiritual love, this divine partnership. But because your heart has been so focused on the past, focused on the hurt of the pain, and the hurt and the pain of the past, the betrayal of the past, you know, and I know that it hurt, because I just know that it did. You know, it changed you. But when it changed you, it also changed others. I was just watching this documentary about these alligators who were like laying their eggs on the beach, and the mom was going back and she was checking on her eggs like a lot, you know, increasingly more frequently, because she knew her babies were about to hatch. And so the night that they did hatch, the narrator said that one baby's chirps, one of the baby crocodile chirping, will spark this mass awakening of all the other crocs. So all of them will start awakening just because one did. You know, he didn't say it. I mean, that was the gist of that. That's not word for word what he said. But, you know, that's what it translated to for me, you know, that sometimes we go through these awakenings. And as we're going through these awakenings, we hurt each other. And it's not intentional all the time. You know, of course, we have NPCs that's their job down here. Their job is to trigger. Yeah, their job is to hurt, because through that hurt comes wisdom. It comes knowledge. It comes awakening. You know, so it's like we would be wasting our time with hating the NPCs, you know, we're wasting our time with hating each other and holding on to hatred towards one another, but we still do it, don't we? But that holding on is what's keeping us from this divine love, from these divine partnerships that have been promised to us. But it's difficult to do that when you're focused on here, there, everywhere, everything but love, the pain, the hurt, the past, when that's the complete opposite of what you need to be focusing on, which is the future, the love, the happiness, the togetherness, the unity, you know, friendships, relationships, family. You know, we really have it backwards right now, because a lot of us, we are so in this survival energy, this need to survive, that we even miss the simple things like a beautiful sky or a setting sun, the beauty of how the sky changes colors all the time. You can look up at the sky 1 minute, and then a second later you look back up there and it could look completely transformed. You know, we forget the beauty of just seeing flowers bloom. We forget how abundant the earth is. We forget how abundant each other are. We forget how valuable our kinship is because of the programming that the world has given us. And it has given us this program through the vehicle of pain. You know, and that's why God and your angels, they're asking you if you can turn to the light. And not even just turn to the light, but if you can see the light. Like, that's why it's so important for us to shine as often and as frequently as we possibly can, you know, so that when we see our brothers and sisters with their light out, they can see our light and remember, oh yeah, let me self-illuminate. I'm the light. I can do that too. I can shine as well. Thank you, sister. Thank you, brother, for shining your light to remind me of how great I am as well. And you need to say that. Like, you really need to remind yourself. If there's anybody in your life or anybody in your field of view that you see and you have them on this high pedestal and you just think they are so great, so wonderful, I want you to turn that energy on yourself. Turn that energy on yourself. I want you to love yourself that much. I want you to appreciate yourself that much. I want you to forgive yourself for the worst thing that you can think of that you've done. You know, don't be haunted by that. Know that your mistakes have allowed you to be a pioneer of healing for so many others. And by doing that, that brings you peace. That brings you healing. That brings you that vibration of love. You know, and honestly, when we think about what love truly is, you know, it's really, really, really difficult for us to truly understand. Oh my gosh, y'all, my daddy is texting me. You have got to know. You have got to know. Listen, I'm telling you, this is the art of manifestation. This is the art of manifestation. Like, you've got to remember how to shift your energy and how to shift your focus when you're going down this spiral of energy where your mind just won't sit still.